So a lot of people have asked me about my cooking background and basically how it led me to be the chef at a sorority house. So I'm going to give you guys a little update here. I've basically been cooking my entire life. When most kids were outside playing with Tonka trucks as a kid, I was inside playing with Tupperware. It's just the way it was. I loved food from the get-go. I always watched my parents cook. I watched my grandparents cook. I was always the star in the kitchen from the very, very beginning, guys. I always cooked. I always made dinners as a kid. So I had this passion for food. And as I grew up, I decided that's what I wanted to do for a living. When I was 21 years old, it was 1991, I decided to go to culinary school. It's up in Portland, Oregon. I moved and I went to the Western Culinary Institute. And while I was there, one of my favorite instructors was Chef Daniel Brophy, Chef B. And sadly, Chef B came to an early demise inside the very classroom where he taught at the Oregon Culinary Institute. And so, guys, for a kid like me, culinary school was what it was all about. It's what dreams were made of. I absolutely loved it. So I moved back to Reno and I started my career. And I spent the next 30 years working in restaurants, most of those as a chef. And it's an extremely hard business and it's really hard on the body. And when the pandemic hit, guys, we had to shut down the restaurant like most of the people in America. And I took a break. And it was the first time in 30 years I had taken a break. And I took a few months off. And my body was shot. I couldn't lift my arms above my head. My shoulder cuffs were killed. I had tendonitis in both elbows. It was bad. So I took time off, and you know what? I felt great. And for the first time in my life, I was happy again. And I just decided I was done. I retired from the restaurant business. I started shooting these videos, and I was just relaxing and having a good time in life. That's when I got a message from one of the alums at the sorority house. They were looking for a chef, and well, guys, the rest is history. What a treat. Thanks for following the journey. Cheers, everyone.